Hey everyone, welcome to another weekly. Basically, we're running 2 webinars per week right now. And it seems like we might be doing this even more often just because there's so much demand. I mean, there are so many people joining this session. I am curious, how many people out here are current lifetime deal users? Drop something in the chat. Would love to know. Early adopters here. Eddie, I know you're here. Yep. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm not sure if you've seen an email yet from us. Okay, AppSumo users. Yeah, there are a few, there's some news there, and I am gonna let Pankil spill the beans. If you haven't checked your email just yet, hopefully you had, and maybe even you joined our Facebook group to check on all the recent posts and everything happening there. But hey, Pankil, I know that he's been having difficulties with his internet. He's gonna keep his video off. Hopefully the sound is going to be fine.
Yes. Hey guys, so first thing first, let me address something. We love you guys and we always will, and you will always be in our heart the very first, beside even anyone else coming into our group or joining the product. You guys have helped us tremendously in growing this product and bringing it to the level that it is right now. So we are going to stand by you no matter what. Sure, we're very young in this stage and we are also launching the product like this for the very first time in our life. So there's going to be errors, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be miscommunication, but to end that, we are here for you guys and we listen to you, and we've increased the limits. So we are going to bump up your tier to match up Outrank AppSumo's current deals. So you actually paid less for what we are charging for AppSumo. So you guys are covered no matter what. So this is something that I really wanted to emphasize, is that we will move all the users from the starter plan that you currently have to $129 plan, and the $199 plan that you have to $279 plan. So there's bang for the buck. We do not want to take the credit away from you guys for helping support us and supporting Outranking and having it grow this far. So no matter what, we'll stand by you. If you still have any complaints about stacking the product or how it's going to work, we'll make those adjustments, guys. We're not stingent here, and we are here to make things happen for you as well as us. So let's work together and let's resell this product to the great that you guys have all seen in it. So that's just my beginning pitch here. But
and for all of you who have no idea what we're talking about and what AppSumo deal and what credits, I just dropped a link there explaining this. And if you are not currently a lifetime deal user, you can go ahead and check out the deal on AppSumo. I dropped the link there as well.
I'm really excited to be doing this. So I see that there are a few new people here as well who might join from AppSumo. We've been sharing the link, and I'm really excited to show you the demo. This will be available right after this video as well. And I also did a travel niche. I created a travel niche using our product, and we can potentially look at a different niche for here, wall decor. So let me start by sharing my screen, and I will explain how everything works in Outranking and how powerful it is and different it is than all the competitors that you guys have all seen. So you guys can see my
yes, Pankil. However, the sound is a little bit, there's some buzz in there, so try to speak a little bit slower.
Yes,
hopefully
1 second.
It's gonna help
Better. So you guys can see the dashboard of Outranking.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So we'll look at, so let me give you a brief overview of what the platform does. So this is a document screen you can use to create and optimize your existing content. This SERP analysis that goes in depth into every little detail that you need to know about a particular keyword and ranking data on SERP. This is questions feature, which collects all the questions from the top 50 ranking pages, plus people also ask, and keywords and Quora and Reddit as well. So the main USP of our product is documents and how we infuse SERP data into creating the most valuable content that your users will love. So let's go ahead and start. We also have a related keyword tool here, which is absolutely free, right? This does not consume any data or any credits at all from your existing limit. So this is totally free. You can use it as much as you want. So let's go ahead and look for wall. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, tons and tons of keywords that show up here. So wall decor for living room, right? So there's tons and tons of keywords. It's obviously very high competing keywords. So we want to be a little more specific. But what we will do is decor. Okay, we can choose any one from here and then figure out how we build the content for it. So let's look at butterfly decor, decor for wall. Let's pick this and we can create content around that. So this can take about 30 to 40 seconds to pull in all the data. This pretty much is how you would probably assume that all the other tools work. But once the data is loaded, this is going to be super fast, and the value that it adds on top of it, on top of the SERP data, is going to be tremendously different than what you have seen in any other tool. So I want to emphasize, we are not like any other GPT-3 tool or search engine optimization tool. We are a mash of the both worlds, and we do something incredible with concepts and SERP data to allow you to write content on Outranking. All right, so the wizard is loading up. It's collecting all the keywords. And since I'm sharing my screen, it's gonna work just a little slower than it should. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have our AI wizard loaded up. Let's create title ideas. And I really want you guys to focus on quality here and forget about the character limits, right? Like, this is far beyond that. Okay, so like, this is a CTR value. If you're content ranks in Google, this is going to have high stuff to your competitors.
Punkil, the sound is just horrible. Punkil, it's horrible. Oh, it's really bad.
Okay. It's still bad?
Hopefully it's gonna.
Okay, all right. I will go really slow in order for me to show this. So look at this. So we'll pick this. You can also double click it and you can edit it. So let's pick this one and let's go next. So now my title is already inserted into the content, and you can see this is my title, right? Now it's time to generate meta description around it. Now let's see how. Okay, all right. I mean, this content is really amazing. This is very well written. It is catchy. It has CTR values to it. You can obviously go ahead and edit it a little bit and make it your own. But this is pretty good to start with. When you go next, now you can generate your outline ideas. So for outline ideas, think about this. This is going to go and get all your related keywords and then come up with outlines that can help you rank in Google. So what helps you rank in Google? Sure, it's the content depth, but it is also how optimized your H2 and H3 tags are that have those relevant keywords in them, right? So the outline idea that it's going to generate is going to have those data infused in it. And it will bring in tons and tons of ideas that you can make your own, you can reorganize them and delete the ones that you don't, or just add the ones that you really need. So, okay, what is the best way to decorate your wall? Ways to frame the butterflies on your wall. Okay, butterfly DIY projects. Let's not stick like this. Okay, so these are all butterfly related different kinds of wall decor that it's talking about. And you might want, like, let's say if you're an affiliate site, you're promoting affiliate product, you might want to include as many as you can, right? But let's say if you are a product company and you are selling this butterfly decorations, then you can include, maybe you're just talking about one product, but you still want to talk about all the different things that users are searching for. So choose carefully from here and make, so what are the other types of butterfly wall decors, right? So I'm going to select this and look at this. These are all different kinds of butterfly wall decor. And this have search relevancy, this has SERP relevancy, and this is going to get you the most amount of exposure that you can. So, all right, before we look into this outline, let me go ahead and open up concept and use it to better do stuff. So let me get out of here. So the reason why I opened this up in two different screens on the same interface here is because it has a bigger screen.
Let's try this. Can you not use your microphone? Can you just use from your laptop?
Yes.
See if that's going to be better.
Okay, is this better?
Let's see.
Is this better?
We'll see. Go.
This is the time where we actually adjust our outlines, right? So what are the different types of butterfly wall decors? This is where I want to group all my main keywords. So if you were an affiliate site, you would probably want to collect all this different kinds of product and arrange them in this way. Okay. butterfly frame with a picture. So we probably don't need this. Okay. All right. So I am going to go through some really powerful stuff here and show you what you can do. So what is the best way to decorate your wall? What Concepts does, well, this does not have any good data. So what we are going to do is let's go to Google with butterflies, right? It came at butter. Okay. So what I am going to do, since it's, so these are all ideas. This is Pinterest, never mind. Okay, so since I'm not able to find any good data from search for this one, let me close this out. And we can go here and we can start answering that. Okay, so it started building out. If you like where it's going, you can take it in that direction, or you can delete stuff and move on, right? But what I really want to show you guys is this, the power of concepts. So let's look at this. And I really want to emphasize this because it's going to pull out the information around ceramic butterfly wall decor and all of this information and help you create content really fast. Okay, so ceramic wall butterfly decor, it found a product that had total votes out of 5 stars. The price is this, right? So the umbrella is a brand for wall vessel. And you can pretty much take your any product. So let's go ahead and see this in search and find an Amazon product that we want to talk about. Amazon. Okay, so I'm talking about this ceramic butterfly. What I can do is I have no idea about what this product is, but I want to promote this. What I can do is let's delete this and I will talk specifically about this product only. You can come here, you can paste it, and you can generate concepts. Okay, so it started generating concepts and it started including all the good features about it and stuff like that, right? So you can then influence the GPT-3 to write around that. There we go. And now it will talk about factual stuff. It will not give you bluff, and it will not write things out of the hat or thin air. This is based on the trained data and served data that allows you to construct your paragraphs really fast and be focused without having to think too much. So this lays out all the stuff that you need to in order to cover for this particular topic. So let's delete. Okay, so let's look at some other things as well, right? What I want to do is I'm writing pros and cons about this product too. So let's say pros, cons. And what I want to do is I will just go here and I'm going to find some. So, okay, so this is a great example of, a testimonial that someone gave. So I'm going to add that testimonial in here. And I'm going to extract all the benefits out of it. Okay, all right. So in pros, you can start adding all the concepts. And these are already rewritten. You don't need to rewrite it. They are extremely rewritten in a way that is more easier to understand. And it is actually more readable than your existing content on the web. So you can just start, like, you can delete the stuff that you want out of it. You can include the stuff you want out of it, right? So it's super easy for you to construct this. Now, let's say you want to talk about cons as well, right? Like, you have no idea what the cons of this product are. You don't want to dig into what other people are saying about this, right? Like, see all the reviews. Like, let's go ahead and find a 1-star review. Well, there's no 1-star review. So let's go ahead and find this review, right? Oh, wow. They don't have any reviews which are clear filter. Okay, let's go ahead and check some more. Okay, so it does not have any negative reviews here, but let's see if we can extract some negative points out of this one as well and see if we can add any cons to it. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and select disadvantages. Oh, sorry. I'm going to, okay, disadvantages of it, and then let's generate. See, the person gave 100 score to the product without knowing that there were some cons attached with the product. This extracted those cons out of it as well. The mounts are not included, the wings are not included and need to be bought separately. Not a lot of color options, right? These are the cons. Like, how easy can it be for you to write content? I mean, this is it. Like, you don't need to rewrite it. You don't need to add value to it. It's already written, rewritten. It's already arranged in a manner that your user will already find it useful. So all you have to do is start including this content right into your editor. Let's look at some other things as well that I want to show you for this particular niche. So I'm going to open up the concept builder here again, and I'm going to do some research. So let's go ahead and see this, right? So these are all the things that people have written, and you can see a real framed butterfly collection, and you can read it. There's not much information. So these are probably all of the e-commerce pages. So the content on them is going to be pretty dire. But let's say if this was like this caprese something that you wanted to include in your content, right? So let me add that, and you can see that it's already added here. So now I want to talk about this in my this section. It doesn't matter, whatever section you choose, right? But what it does is that, let's say 3-piece wall decor, I'm just going to delete this, and I want to find everything around this particular product from SERP, okay? SERP is important because research is important. You want to include research, and you want to spend as little of time as possible in research. So what this is going to do, let's see if it can generate concepts out of it. Okay, paste color essence, okay, the product, okay, there's just barely any information about this in SERP as well, right? So what I'm going to do is extract even more specific information out of it, features. There we go. It's on sale. It opens up in a, I don't know why it opens up in a new tab. So there are 4 colors available. The price is this, soft palette, color essence, and metal finish, right? These are the features of it. Like how easy it can be for you to start writing content around and including this actual facts from SERP data right into your content. So this works very differently than any other tool out there that you use to probably create content around. And let me go ahead and close this out. Go to your outline, right? Similarly, you can arrange all of these and start generating concepts for all of them. So the way we gather concepts is we actually read all top 20 pages that are ranking in Google. We pull out the content and the concepts from it in order to influence your writing abilities with AI. So this is totally a game changer, right? Like AI can lie, it can go wherever it wants to. It doesn't follow your thought precisely, but here it can follow your thoughts based on actual factual information. So this is why it is so different than all the other tools. And the reason why, like, you guys might be like, hey, why is this or so much emphasizing this? You know, we already know. So for those of you who are already using the product and consuming this AI characters, you know, I mean, we love you guys. I just have to repeat it. There are new users over here, and I want to make sure that I cover their concerns on how to use this content really, truly to the benefit of it and how to use the platform. Okay. So let's go ahead into the section. So what I showed you literally in 15 minutes, I went from title to generating ideas to generating description, and even started creating content around it, which is factual. I don't have to think about what to write, what to include, and how to include. It's all taken care by concepts. You can obviously paste your own custom content here as well from any site and influence the AI to write around it. This is a game changer, right? Okay. So let's look at a few other examples that I did as well, so this is a wall decor that we did, right? We can look at some other examples as well. So, okay, let's look at text summarization.
Really quick, Ed is asking, is it possible to copy the outline in one go to the content area instead of one by one?
It is not actually, and that's one of the planned enhancements as well. So we've added so many features in the outline, and we wanted to make sure that they function properly before we add any other added benefits to it. And we totally revamped the old thing that we had. So this is an incremental process, and we will add that where you can have the ability to add all the outlines by itself. But what it also does is that it automatically adds the outline when you are actually building out your content with it. So let's say, for example, here, you wanted to build out this content. Let me delete this and show you guys. So like, let's say I was expanding on this particular concept. It will automatically insert that into the editor if it's not present and allow you to write around it. So it's very, 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 very different. So all right, let's delete this. This is the perfect output that it could have given based on this particular situation, this particular concept. So it does add, and we will add that feature later on. Okay, so let me go to home. Okay, so we can look at any other niche. So recently I did also living costs in Italy, and there's a video on the YouTube as well, where we went from generating the title ideas all the way to So accommodating your family expenses in Italy, living in Italy, at what price, right? Like look at the data and then compare that. This is how much manual work would you put in to come and create title. This does it for you in fraction of time. And that is why like it really adds value. And the way we come up with this content is processing so much data. It's not like any other GPT-3 tool that will generate content out of thin air. This does not generate content out of thin air. It takes perspectives, it takes concepts, it takes the value that we give it in the back end in terms of SERP, and then comes up with precise information that you can create content around it.
So really quick, Mo is asking, I'm trying to access concepts while using an existing document. I'm not sure where to find it.
So what was the question again?
Within the existing document, he's trying to find concepts.
Okay, so within the existing documents, you can go either to sections. So let's say if you have an existing section already, then you'd probably see something like this. And this is where you find concepts. You can generate concepts here. Also, if you want to like do the guided journey, then it is right here. AI wizard, you click on it and it shows you this wizard. Does that answer the question?
I think so. Tim is asking, what about keyword clustering?
Keyword clustering, yes. Topic coverage. This is where you find all your keyword clusters, and we influence the GPT-3 with tons and tons of this keyword cluster ideas as well to come up with content when it writes. So that is why there is a limit on AI characters, and that is why there's an add-on for it. We just have to sustain the cost of it. It costs a lot of money to feed the data and get the output and the quality that we really need. So yeah, so we have all the SERP research. We have keyword clustering, we have keyword density, we have topics, we have all the questions from Quora. So you can see there's no Quora questions for this particular one, but you can see there's keyword questions, there's Google questions, there's content, there's SERP questions that we pull out. It's just tons and tons of data that you can use in your content. There's also sections from SERP. You can also rearrange your outline over here. There is highest frequency data, so you can filter out. Let's say you wanted to just include all Italy stuff. So this is all Italy. You wanted to figure out like what are the sections just related. Okay, let me select the Italy now. Okay, so these are all the Italy related titles. So there's everything that you can do in any other tool for SEO. They are all present here with minor exceptions. But the elevated value here is that we influence the AI with the SERP data to write. Also, the UI makes it super easy for you to focus on content all on one page without having to bounce from outline to outline like some other tools. And you can easily insert most of these things right into the editor.
Share a little bit about the plagiarism checker, because a couple of people had concerns.
Right, so we have a plagiarism add-on that we will add again, right? So most people out there use Grammarly for checking for their plagiarism. So why we have two layers of rewriting. Okay, so when we pull out concepts, they are unique concepts. They are not like just copied text from the existing data. So it's rewritten there. And then when you influence the AI to build upon that concepts, it's again rewritten, it's again elaborated upon. So you have two levels of what you say mechanism where it can be rewritten. So the chances of it coming out to be plagiarized content exceptionally low compared to any other tool that you see out there. And I would say like, the reason why I'm emphasizing any other tool is because I guarantee you the output is not going to be so great. I guarantee you the way this discussion points are laid out is not going to be this great. And it's my guarantee, right? Like, so you find a better output and we'll talk about that. It's just not possible. So did I answer that question, Matt? Okay, perfect. All right. So let me move on. Like this is another benefit of outranking, and that it gives guided journey and optimizing your content as well, which no other tool does. And the guided journey is telling you how many characters you need to write, what sort of meta title you need to create, and what keywords you need to include in your meta titles based on the SERP data. And it also maps it, which is more important, right? Like mapping and seeing where to include and how to include and what your competition is doing. This is missing out of any product out there. But this is also the most important part of ranking, is including your keywords in the right tags. It goes with meta description, meta title, H1 tag. It also pulls out all the keywords that people have used in their section, which are important to SERP data or which are important for ranking purposes. So When you start using them, they'll start turning green. You can also hover over them and you'll see the volume on it. And let's go ahead and look at the keyword data, right? So we pull in keyword data. This is actually, if you go to any other tool, this is actually an add-on, right? But it's not an add-on here. This is included. It gives you the data on how many times a particular keyword was mentioned in search. You click on it, it shows you where you have used it. You can add your own keywords. You can also, when you add your own keywords, we're not charging money, okay? This is not cutting credits out of it. We are going and making another API call. We're gathering all the keywords for you again, which you want to, or a different cluster that you're focusing on to, and helping you evaluate your content around that as well. So it's very powerful than what you can do with some other tools out there, which provide little to no flexibility on what sort of data you can insert and what sort of data you can track your content based on. So this is super relevant and super important, which other people sell it as an add-on. We sell it as core part of Outranking platform. The only add-on that we have is AI. Okay, so I covered all of it. I was still on instructions, but once you start meeting all of these requirements, you will start seeing these check boxes, and your score will start going up. This is how you measure whether you are going towards the right direction or not. This takes into account your URL, your meta title, your meta description, your headings, your subheadings, related keyword data, topic clusters that you need to mention from your SERP findings. All the information is here, and it's given to you in a guided way so you can create the content at speed of light. Okay, so let's keep going on it. We also have AI writing features that lets you do. So let's say I was just writing up an introductory paragraph over here. So, okay, all I have to do is select this and instruct it, and it will start building upon that particular intro paragraph for your blog. So you can understand the power of it. You must have seen, different kinds of modes, and I'm not going to say which mode, but you'll see like this instruct works just equally well. It can read up to 600 characters above it, but there's a tweak to it. There is also influence of AI data in it. So influence of SERP data in it. And that makes it more powerful than any other tool out there. You can also, this particular write for me or any other functionalities can read the important headings and subheadings and give you context for it. So let's say, for example, if you were writing about a very novel topic, like a product that GPT-3, me, you, or nobody else knows about, it can still pick up the concepts from it, write around it, and give you something that is substantiable, usable, and like just there with minimum tweaking, you can get it up and get it published. So it's very important. Quality, focus on quality and not quantity. Quantity, any tools can give, any LTDs can give. Quality, very few will give. And this focus is really on quality. There are other tools you can create feature snippets out of it. You can create definitions out of it. Again, I don't want to go on into these tools like at the core, these features, they are there, but what the USP is factual information using and influencing with SERP data to write the most valuable content that your audience will find useful. Okay, all right. So I sort of covered all of these very quickly, and I'm sure that there's tons of people who will have questions. I have a few videos that are coming up today. One I did on travel blog, and this was a particular living in Italy. I went about creating an entire section starting to end. I will also share that in the group and everywhere else that the LTDs are circulating. Or it's also available on our YouTube channel. And we will do 2 or 3 more videos today with different niches to show you the power of concepts and how it can write about any nuanced technology out of the hat and being factual at the same time. And here, if you guys can ask questions, I'll start answering them or showing them onto my screen.
I was asking, can it also write?
So this is not an email tool. This is only for web tool. This is solely focused on creating content for the web.
Paul is asking, how much will the add-on be for AppSumo users?
So the current add-on right now is $29 for 300 characters. That approximately gives you, 300,000 characters is $29, and 1 million characters is $59. Understand, guys, this is not like another GPT-3 tool. If you are comparing credit to credit, you are going to come short with Outranking. But if you're comparing quality to quality, then Outranking is going to be the winner, and that is my guarantee. So while you can get cheaper tools out there, the amount of rewriting and the fluff that it's going to add and the amount of editing that you're going to have to do later on is going to be 15, 20, 30, 40, or even 50 times more than what you do over here, because this is factual and that is not. Any other tool, you have to organize your own thoughts. You are left to organize and build your own paragraphs, while here it organizes the paragraphs for you. It tells you what you need to write and how you need to write, and it even for you. Totally different. We need to train with lots and lots of data that any other GPT-3 tool cannot do. And because of this, even 1 million might sound little or 300,000 might sound little. It will get the job done. It will get you to that first draft, which is solid enough that your clients and everyone that you're catering to or your audience will love. So focus on quality, guys, and then quantity.
Everyone, I'm going to post copy and paste what Carol, one of our power users, shared about why you shouldn't compare character to character limit from other tools, because it's completely different, and how many more characters we are using due to the quality. I'm going to post it. Don't read it right now because it's like, 5 paragraphs. Just copy it and read it later. Okay. Add-on, is it one time or per month? It is per month.
Add-on, yes. Add-on is per month. And if you're writing, so let's say like $29, right? Like if you're writing 5, 10 blog topics, how much time are you spending on it? 20, 30, 40 hours, or maybe more? I guarantee you, use the product, right? Like you can obviously return it before 60 days. See if you can get your job done in 1/10 of that time using Outranking and generating valuable content out of it. If you don't like it, you can still refund it. It's no problem. But I know that you will not, because I know the quality. I know that you will find value here, and I know that you will get your work done in as little as time as possible with any tool that's out there.
Does concepts work only in English? No, it's not. It's working in 13 different languages.
Right. So let's go look at the languages as well. And all the features on our platform are all supported for all 13 languages. All 13 languages we support. And here are all the languages. The beta is going away in the next release. We're sufficed with the output that it's giving us now. And we're getting very close to the quality for all languages similar to English.
Allow us to change the SERP URL so that we can feed the data that we want to.
Absolutely, right? That's one of the basic requirements. So here you can come, let's say you can come here, and while the data is loading up, it will not let me do anything. So just 1 second. Let me go to something that already has data. So we just created this, right? So let's go. Okay, so you can actually go here and you can import your own URL. Okay.
Awesome. Someone is asking, how does this compare to Surfer SEO now?
Surfer SEO is probably on-page website optimization tool, I would say. Outline Builder, they lack the depth. Sorry to be brutal here, but you need to have certain amount of depth in order to rank in Google, okay? You can stick something to the wall, hoping that the 10th time it will stick. But no, it is not like that. And when you're trying to rank, you need to create quality, you need to create depth. And if you see the depth you can achieve here using the data and the research that Outranking has gathered compared to any other tool. So while Surfer SEO might be really good at focusing on speed optimization or finding broken links or some other things, but in content, I cannot stress this enough. This is probably the best tool that you will find right now that can mesh SEO with AI and give you something that is valuable and useful.
But don't
this
take
is more
our word for this.
Content.
Don't take our word for this. I see Deb is commenting that she dropped other GPT tools and she's using Outranking now. Check out some of the comments. Kaiser is asking, how can I generate concept using multiple templates like benefits and disadvantages together without deleting the generated concept?
Okay, so you're gonna have to delete the generated concepts right now, or you can create your own another section. So you can just copy and paste it in here. So let's say you are writing, basically, this is your main section, but you wanna extract pros and cons differently. What you can do is just Control A, Control V. You can pull out the similar concepts here, but in here, you can add a different template. So you can build out your pros, you can build out your cons, and then you can eventually adjust it. We will add in future the ability to build upon the same concepts, so you can keep generating different templates and different concepts using the same thing. But understand, each template works differently, right? So when you use the default template, it's going to give you discussion points that you can use collected by the concepts. But when you click benefits, it will skip certain concepts that are not related to benefits, right? So you need really a different screen and a different section to elaborate them and not have it confused. So that is why we had a stricter moment over there, and we wanted to restrict it so people don't get confused. But again, as the user, as the product evolves and more feedback we get, we will add certain other abilities to regenerate concepts and add concepts from even different researches and build upon it. So this is a state-of-art search engine, guys. So like, you can change book up like this, it's fine, and it will still find this particular product from SERP. We have built a search engine that can go and identify your H1, H2, or H3 tags, match it with all the H2 and H3 tags from SERP, pull out the content from it, generate concepts from it, and then give you a guided journey to write the content. Very different.
Awesome. Brian is asking, how do you use the rewrite command? How do you use the rewrite command?
Oh, rewrite. Okay. So we have a different way of rewriting, right? So instead of giving you guys a rewriting, we have a content improver that does pretty much the same thing, but it allows you to have better characters and a better ability with more advanced stuff. So this will rewrite the current existing sections. There we go. And you can also see the history of the rewriting in here. So this is this is what the input was, and this is my output was. So I can go and revert it, or I can refer it and change it back to whatever I wanted it to. It also keeps all the version histories, so you can come back to it and restore it if your team members have edited it.
I see Deb and a couple of people had questions about billing. Hey, if you have questions, just email support@outranking.io and we'll get your questions answered. Ed is asking, can I modify the keywords after the document is created?
So, right. So what you're talking about, like, no, modifying the main keyword is not allowed yet. But in the next release, we have multiple keywords that you can score your content on. So you can literally add like 4, 5, 6 keywords separately that you want to rank for with the same content. And you should be able to grade them separately. That's coming up in the next release, and it will probably come up before the lifetime deal is over on AppSumo. So you should be able to see that in the next couple of weeks.
Brian is asking, how do you add more sentences to a concept?
How do you add more sentences to your concept?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, so the concept already brings in everything that it can find from SERP. But let's say if you wanted to add, let's say, more of your own concepts, you can just click here and you can add your own concept here. So now you have a more stricter guided journey, and that's something that you personalized it, and then you can influence it to write it by just clicking on the develop sign. Totally customizable, right?
We have a question about how SEO score is calculated. Can you give just general overview?
Yes. So SEO score, so all the reds and greens that you see are the ranking factors that we consider right now. All the other tools where you're ranking, they only consider topic coverage, okay? It's very different. That's not how you rank in Google. And I can show you some of our competitors that we are already outranking with our own content using the one that we have generated. So absolutely different thing. We score based on the number of the depth of the content, topic coverage. Topic coverage is the keyword clusters and the keyword that you need to include. Related keyword data, which is what's important for Google and your content to be discovered. We score based on title, very little based on meta description and heading as well. So there are more scores involved here, and as we grow, as the product grows, there will be more matrices that we add. But these are some core vitals for on-page SEO elements and content vitals, right? So we wanted to focus first on that.
Brian, I apologize, I probably mispronounced your name, but he's asking, I don't see the 39 a month plan. I guess you're referring to the add-on that is no longer $39 a month. So we have two different plans, 29 and
59.
59.
Yes. That's 29 and 59 is two different plans. Again, the value is going to be significantly different, guys. If you create 10 topics. If you are not able to create 10 topics in less amount of time, feel free to refund, ask for a refund on that add-on. But we did this add-on a few weeks ago, right? And we've had almost no refunds for it. So I know that people are finding value. We are, okay, someone logged me out. All right. Okay, so let me just log into my account so nobody logs me out. Okay, so yeah, it's very different. The amount of processing is huge, guys. Imagine the amount of words that our AI reads. One topic in SERP has 2,000 words. Multiply that by 20. That's how many words there are. If you read that many words, that means you are essentially analyzing and outputting that many words as well internally to us, right? So it's a cost to us. Plus, to generate the quality of data that we are giving, there's 4 to 7 times, depending on the prompt that we are using, more data that we pass it to train it. That's a cost that we bear, right? So that is why we consume 7 times more, or between 5 to 7 times more credit consumption than any other tool to generate the quality output. And this is one of the lacklusters of GPT-3. It knows so much, but it does not know what is more right, or what is less right, or what is wrong and what is more wrong. So it's going to give you based on its intelligence and not yours. By using this tool, it gives you what you actually need to do and what you need to actually talk about.
Looks like those are all the questions.
Oh, okay. So is there any other requests, guys? So feel free to ask any questions. Is there anything else that you want to see on the platform, or have me perform in the platform? Try any keyword, push any function. I'm not shy, guys. I will start clicking the buttons, but ask me the questions that can help you through this journey. And I can, all tiers on AppSumo have AI credits. They're just based on different tiers that you are. So let's say you are an independent freelancer, right? What I would suggest is go for the highest tier, and then you don't have to buy add-on, right? Maybe until you really grow your business. If you're an agency, evaluate the product based on the value it serves. See if you can get to that outline and all of these other things super fast than any other tool. Concept is an add-on. We really want you to get cranking the content in the best possible way. So that is why we added that feature, but it consumes AI credit. So if you're an agency and you are finding value, you would have no problem upgrading the $59 plan or buying even multiple to get your work done in 1/10 of the time. Okay.
This is, and this would probably be a separate presentation. When I went, there was another article I was working on, and I had quite a bit done. But with the changeover, when I tried to pull that up and then use concepts, it was a real pain in the butt. I don't know if it's just best to start from scratch. If it's an article I started on version 4 to try and bring over to version 5, or if there's some simple tools to make it easier to edit a version 4 document in version 5.
So it should have automatically moved your version 4 to version 5. If there is any issues that you see, what I would suggest is just share that document with a share link to support@outranking.io, and we can look into all the history and see how we can help you out over there. But it should not happen again after the rollout of 5. And it shouldn't have even happened with the rollout, but I'm suspecting the issue could be something else. So if you share the document, we can figure it out and give you a precise answer on that.
There's a very good chance it could have just been user error.
I really don't know. I'm not saying that you made a mistake, and I'm not saying that I made a mistake. I really need to see the document so I can really help you out, Dewey. And
I totally borked it up, so I can send it to you, but I don't know if you can fix it. But I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, yes, please share it with support@outranking.io. I'll look into it, and if there's anything that we can do or suggest anything, I'll make that suggestion right after.
Dick is saying, can I copy paste my blog post in editor for SEO score checking in his existing blog without writing it with Outranking, just to check his SEO score?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. There's no AI credits for that being consumed either, right? So it's simple document checker. You will see all the important things that you need to do. You will see your score in here. So let me show you guys one blog post that I recently wrote a couple of months ago about infinite people also ask which ranks. about href now with zero backlinks is what I'm talking about, zero backlinks. Let's go ahead and pull that content. Sorry, why am I even going after infinite people also ask? It just showed up for people also ask on this page too. So it's, yeah, sure, it's the last one out there probably, or it keeps moving here and there, but it's on the, it's slowly climbing up. Oh, people are searching for people also ask outranking.io. It is somewhere here. Probably keeps moving here, but let's go to infinite people also ask. People also ask, and we're ranking here. We'll go ahead and import that content in here. So I'm importing it for a different content, so my score is going to be terrible, but so you'll have an idea. There we go. It pulled in all my content and look, it's clean. All right. We've made tons and tons of adjustments here to make it really look clean and grab the most efficient data. And now you can then rescore it and it will generate the score.
Is there something that you want to continue?
It can take a few seconds to load the score up for a very long blog post the very first time. But one, yeah, see, there you go. It's 28. It's crap because it's totally different content that we are analyzing. But you will soon see that what matchups and what does not. So I have sufficient amount of sections, but I have nothing else here. So that's why my score is very, very, very less. And you can similarly, you can see everything that you're missing out on and what you can do in order to include and improve your score.
Scott is asking, do I have to pay for the SEO module? Not sure
Nope.
which module, just to check in the SEO score, then no.
No. So there is no add-on for SEO, guys. All keywords, data, and everything around SEO that we do is already included in the deal. So you are not going to have to pay anything additional for SEO add-on like other tools that I'm just not gonna, I'm not at liberty to speak about other tools, but other tools like that, the only add-on that we have is AI characters, and that is our USP because concepts is not replicatable by anyone other than us. It's taken tremendous amount of time and energy in building out concepts and providing value that it does right now. So that's the only add-on that we have. There's no SEO add-on. You can use as much as you want, all the keywords included. You can add your own keywords. We'll even find those, make new API calls for you guys and include that. There's no additional cost for that.
Awesome. Tim is making a suggestion. Add folders for projects for better organization. Add folders to better organize the documents. That's a suggestion.
Add a folder to better organize the documents?
Yes.
Oh, you mean in the document view in our dashboard? Yes, so there's many enhancements, right? This is an ongoing enhancement, guys. So this is not the product that you will see right now and the same product you will see after a year. If you are part of Outranking already, you would know at the speed that we go through. We've released 5 versions so far, and they each have been significantly advanced than each other. Okay, so the previous one. So think like we are on a racetrack, and we're not guiding a bull to lead us. We're really on a racetrack. And we want to make sure that we get to the finish line as fast as we can. Well, there's not going to be any finish line, but as fast as we can, and we can give you the best tools ever possible. So all the suggestions are very welcome. You can also add them onto our roadmap, and we constantly build out these features based on our user feedback. So, I mean, any feedback is most valuable, and this feedback we've already gotten. So I think this is already on the roadmap as well to better organize the folders. So right now you currently have this tag, which you can use in order to differentiate certain topics. So you can add your website, or you can add a client's name or whatever to be able to filter that out. But eventually you will add more sophisticated ways of shuffling through your documents.
Cool. Jeffrey is asking, is there going to be a replay? Yes, the replay is going to be posted in the Facebook group. Go ahead and join it. I dropped the link in the chat. Pankil, in about 1 minute, like broad strokes, can you basically the workflow? Can you explain again the workflow from start to finish creating a new document?
The first thing that when you start creating a document, you will be landed up on the screen. So to make it super easy, we have made this guided journey. All you have to do, find the best contract lawyer, next, generate meta description. You can see the title, descriptions you want, you can edit it. And you can click next. You can also see which ones are included or not. So based on that, you can see what you need to add probably. You can generate ideas, add the outlines that you want from here. So I will start adding a few outlines. It generates about 40 to 50 ideas. So there's tons and tons of ideas based on the keywords and the SERP data. but let me add a few. What is a contract lawyer, etc. So I'm just going to add a few right now. And then once you have this, what I would do is open up Concept Builder and start researching and adding anything that I want. So let's say I don't want to talk, this are like top best lawyers or something like that, right? So we don't want that. Let's see if we can find anything useful. Okay, what is legal? What is legally considered a contract, right? Like if you want to add this, what is a contract lawyer, and you want to add this, you can just click here and then drag it in here and build out your outline first. Outline is the most important thing. Once you have your outline, that's when you can close the concept builder and start writing content and generating concepts for it. So what I would do, like what my ideal workflow process is that once I have the outline, what I would do is I would start generating concepts for everything and see where I actually need to add more concepts or change the content for concepts. And then I would go and adjust that. So see, what is a contract lawyer? This started talking about contract lawyers, and this started talking about what is legally considered a contract. There we go. Contract often does not need to be written down. Yeah, in US, sadly. So sometimes you can just have a verbal agreement. So something of value in exchange of a contract agreement. So now you can really influence GPT-3 to write around this, right? This is what I do. So I have my outlines and concepts prepared, and then I shut it down. I go to outlines, and I start executing my content. So all I have to do, there we go. And like, if I was expanding upon other sections, all I have to do is this right here. And you start building out your content. And sometimes it will give you just precise information that you need. Sometimes it'll give you more than what you need. And it really depends on how much context there is to elaborate, right? So you can start elaborating on it, you can adjust it and have it flow a little better, right? And things like that. But it is not going to talk nonsense. And that is more important. In our future enhancements, what you'll be able to do is just select a few lines and say transition, and it will transition that directly into a paragraph and make it more concise. So we're really trying to gear towards the best GPT-3 tool for long form content out there. That's ever been there or will be there. So, and our community is really helping us get there by providing tons and tons of feedback.
Awesome. Deb is saying, I have many articles and video scripts that I'm editing to increase SEO. How will concepts work with this rewriting?
So you are editing, that means you're optimizing your existing content, if I get that right. So if you are optimizing your existing content, what I would say is that once you, let's say you go to instructions, and you identify everything, right? So this is more like an optimization. When you're optimizing, you don't need to use AI Wizard. You need to use step-by-step instructions and go through every step that outlines and get a tick mark like this on every step. Once you have that, your score is likely going to be 95 plus. You don't have to get 95 plus, get close to 90, and you still have a very, very, very fighting chance of ranking in Google compared to any other tool. So you would use that, but let's say you find sections that you can include. So for example, let's go to questions, and you see that, okay, there's quite a few questions here. I might want to include a question out of this. You can enhance your content that way. You can also add it directly into your sections and elaborate it more. So it's already added here. Adjust it for the data that you don't need. Click on it, generate concepts, and add that content directly into your content. So there we go. Learning more, it's not needed. Contact us for more. So that you see that how much does the services are affordable. So this is not saying how much the cost of a lawyer to read a contract is, right? So what I will do is, let's see this. Like, how much time would it take you to fill out that section? And see how much time it will take me to fill out a section. Okay, all right. This is what it's talking about. I just want this particular data. I will go here. Delete this, paste it. I haven't even read it. Let's generate concepts out of it. Okay, let's generate again. Okay, so for contract needs, lawyer charges $300 to $300 per hour, right? Like, I want to write about this now. How do I write it? There we go. It cannot get any better. And this is not plagiarized content, guys. This is not straight. So you can take this, let's see, and we can try and find the exact match for it. You are not going to find a match for it. It's not possible. It's concepts. It's rewritten already in the most powerful way that it can. So plagiarism is quite well taken care of in 2 multi-step processes. But yeah, to get to the point, you can find the questions, you can elevate your content value by finding the gaps, adding them, adding content around it, and bringing it par with all your competition and seeing it improve in ranking.
Awesome. We have Peter, who is saying that he is a prospective AppSumo purchases. However, he just wants the deal and doesn't want any additional add-ons. He wants to know what kind of features he's going to be able to use. So you know what? All the features that are currently shown here, you will be able to use. The biggest difference is how many credits you're going to need. So if you're only writing a couple of articles per month, then the credits are going to be sufficient for you.
Right. And if you do, so let's say you don't want to use concepts here, then you can pretty much use everything, right? Like to build outline, to do research, to pretty much like, we also pull in like every little information on every page. So you don't even have to open up a new page. Okay. You can just take the content from here, understand, find value, rewrite it, elevate it with your own knowledge, do all those things right here into the editor. You can do absolutely all of it. The only exception is AI characters, which are limited. So if you are okay not using AI to rewrite it, you can pretty much use the entire product any way you want. There's no restrictions.
Brad is asking, so how many credits am I going to use to write an article?
So, all right, so a practical example, let's say you write 2,000 articles. 2,000 word is an average count for an article. Every word has approximately 5 characters. So that is 10K. This is 10K characters that you're writing. Now, you're generating concepts with it too, right? Which is pre-processing. So this is before even you write that data. So when you're pre-processing it, you can, this is an assumption again, it really depends on the style and how you function when you write your content. But I would add maybe 2 to 3 times on top of it, just in case, because I don't know how your writing style is. But based on, let's say if your writing style is really loose, you know, tons of editing, but you want to get there fast, super fast. So you just click, and then you go and edit everything at once. In those cases, you can see 3 times maybe. So maybe times that by 3. This is higher end again, okay? So this is not the actual number, but it could be approximately close to 25 to 30,000 characters. So 30,000 characters, yep.
Brian is asking, if you get very short 1-sentence answers, can you use write for me at that point to expand on that sentence?
Yes, exactly. So what it does is actually expands when it needs to. So when it doesn't need to, it will not, right? Like okay, comfort. So let's say I want to go here and I'm going to just elaborate this in and see what, see the contract lawyer. So, okay. When looking at a contract, like consider your comfort level, right? So just looking at like, this is totally different. It added more on top of it already. If you want to add more concise, obviously make the edit, right? Like delete this, go down, come here, and then go to AI write and let the AI write for you. You can do that. You can add your own stuff, right? Like
Scott is asking, can you show live how to take content from a page on a website and put it into the system to be able to check the SEO score?
Yes, so you can go here, you can come to import, you can add the URL in here and it will import the content. You can also directly just copy and paste the content into the editor. Either one, both will work. There is also WordPress plugin that is already live. Our Google plugin is going out live again either today or tomorrow. It's almost approved. And you will be able to facilitate that communication between WordPress and Google Docs as well through our platform.
Awesome. And those are all the questions, I think. If there's anything that is not answered, feel free to email support@outranking.io. We also have another event happening this Thursday, correct, Pankil?
Yes.
Same time, different URL that is going to be posted in the group as an event. So you can join that as well. Thank you for taking my question. Do you have plans to improve the WordPress plugin?
Of course, we plan to improve every aspect of our product. And it's never settle game for us, right? Like it's not a game that will ever end. It is how better we can make it, how faster we can make it, how better of an experience we can provide our users and meet their needs is more important to us than anything else. So what we really want to focus on is getting that valuable feedback, improving the product, and really, really being the best tool out there, which mashes SEO and AI together.
Awesome. And looks like this is it. Replay for this video is going to be posted in the group as well. Thank you, everyone. And this has been exciting. So many people join in. Looks like everyone's like, hey, what's happening with the concepts? Really want to get it work. By the way, if you are not able to get the concepts work for you, because I've seen a couple of people in different languages, or those that have not watched the webinar, they're struggling a little bit. And then right after they watch the webinar, they're like, yes, my questions are answered. So if your question is not answered, come back this Thursday, email support at Outranking, post in the group, in the Facebook group, and we'd love to chat with you and just hear your feedback.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Yes, the link will be available, guys. If you have already registered onto as a subscriber onto Outranking, you will get the link in the email. We will also post it in the group, and it will also be available on our YouTube channel shortly after this. So I cannot stress enough before you guys go. Watch our YouTube channel, see some of the latest videos that we've done, and see what kind of product value that Outranking will provide before you make that call. I would highly recommend go look at our YouTube channel. We do 2 webinars every week to help you guys out, no matter what. You're not left in the middle of the desert, struggling to find how to get. And audiences will tell you in the group that how responsive we are and how we really listen to our audience.
And please help spread the word. If you have an audience, if you have people and friends who you think are benefit from the tool,
yes,
please, we beg you, share this information. This is all that we do. We're not running ads. So we're very bootstrapped. So we really appreciate any opportunity to spread the word.
Right. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, guys. You guys have like interacted with so many times, the existing users I'm talking about. We really need your support at this time, and it would be helpful if you can at least vouch for it from what you have seen that we have evolved from and where we are going. And if you believe in it, and you showing that you believe in us will really help us keep our morals high. So this is, one of the busiest times for us and very important time. And we really would love to have your support and help us out a little bit in any way you guys can. So really, thank you.
Final question. Scott is asking, I'm trying to understand his question. Will posting the content in the system, will it give ideas to add more content?
That's a very interesting idea. We've thought about it, and it will probably be in near-term future. So GPT-3 is not there yet in terms of making those calls yet. But in order to make that happen, we have to analyze your data, serve data, find out the gaps between them, and then suggest them how you can fill those gaps, right? So we have a mechanism right now where you can check all the missing topics and all the stuff that is there. There's no automation to it. That will come in near future, yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Heather is asking, she wants to add additional users. Can you do a video on that? Heather, please email support at Outranking. We'll send you the link how to do that.
I can just show it real quickly while she's here, how to add additional users. All you have to do is go to settings, and then you will see your team members right here. You add a team member. I don't have a team member, so it's going to ask me for an add-on, but you guys all have a team member, so you can add a team, and then you can assign characters to them in the settings panel. So there's a guys, we also have documentation on the website. I'm not sure like it's anyone has seen it, but this documentation really covers everything that you need to step-by-step manner on all the aspects of everything and how it works. So you will see team and collaboration here, and you can see like where to go, settings, you add a team member, and then team. Okay, this is the team. You can add the email address, invite, and then once the person is invited, you can click on settings here and add the document limits to them. So you can restrict them on how much they can use as well.
One more question. In the SEO Module, it says 50,000 characters per month. Is it AI characters? Yes, this is only AI characters. Awesome. This is it. Everyone, thank you so much. We've been at it for 70 minutes. Thank you so much. It's been our pleasure to chat with you really soon. Be back on Thursday, and I will be back.
And guys, like if you had positive experience here, you like the team, please go ahead and give us reviews. It would really help us get the word out there and help us grow the product to the next level at 1/3 the time, which is more important because the faster we go, the better product you have in your hands faster.
Awesome. Malvio, Rob, thank you for sharing your microphone. Punkil definitely needs improvement there. Dewey, thank you for jumping in and always asking questions. Hey, Malvio, did you want to say hi or something? He's like, where's my headphones? You're on mute.
Sorry, guys, just setting up here. A bit late.
It's okay. It's okay.
Would this be recorded? Can we have access to the?
Yes, the recording
webinar?
is going to be available in the group. Be sure to join the group. By the way, recently renamed the group. Multiple people said, start with Outranking, the name of the group. And I just did earlier today. So don't be surprised if you see a different name there. But yes, replay is going to be available in the group. Awesome.
Perfect,
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. This was lovely. And again, last note, please support Outranking and help us spread the word on how great the product is and how you've been using it. No lies, only truth. We do not want you to lie, but it would greatly help if you can help us out in during this time. It's really important for us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.